riding with some killers with that energy. I just need a drink and then you know I'm feeling good. I ain't got no timing for no enemies. Today you get a pass for sliding back, you know I would. If you ain't tryna win, then what you in it for? Have to roll the dice or call it 10 or 4. Get yourself some paper, that's an antidote. But do it on the low unless it's me to know. I think I need to grow, feel like my ceiling's low. The way these run aim out but still ain't eating though. I got them beating though, 'tis the season though. I'm just chillin' in the cut and let the speakers blow. I'm the dopest in the land, I'm the motherfucking man. Still the dopest in the land, I'm
Welcome back to my channel. Today is May 12th, 2026, and I am filming on my new camera. I am really enjoying my new camera. So this is the Sony a6100. In the last vlog, I talk about me, I actually show you all me, buying this camera. And I kind of go through, the whole history of why I want to buy this camera and things like that. But do a quick little summarization. This is going to be, my on-the-go camera. I have a Sony a7 IV. And I love that camera, but it is heavy. So I wanted to get something a little bit lighter and easier to take around, which is why I got this camera. But if you want to see me buy this camera, go through the whole experience, go check out the last vlog. It will be probably linked down below, so go check that out. And then if you want to kind of see what's happening in this vlog, then, come back. So there's that. Let's talk about all the books I'm going to be trying to read this week, because I'm in between a lot of books and I would like to start to finish some of these books. Do I think I'm going to finish all these books by the end of the week? No, but I would love to finish at least one by the end of this week. So let's get into it. I will also say I did realize I didn't talk about a book, which is The Mad Wife, in the last vlog, so I'm going to quickly recap it. The Mad Wife is a story that follows a wife named Lulu, and it's set in the 1950s, and you navigate Lulu, who is a wife in the 1950s. It's very hard to talk about the story more, because the more I talk about it, it can get really spoilery. So if you know anything about the 1950s, you're in for a treat. It is a very interesting story. I would definitely say it is, for me, a 4 out of 5 stars. There was a little twisty twist that happened that I was I don't get why this happened. I feel like there could have been a better way to get to it, but it happened. So it just kind of got crazy, and then I was okay, this got unnecessarily crazy really quickly. So there's that. But I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. So I would definitely check it out, though. It's a very interesting story. All right. I'm going to try to leave this space over here so I can put the books that I'm currently reading. So first book that I'm currently reading is Restore Me. I'm so glad that it was in right here. Restore Me by J.Alexis. This story follows Sloane and Dominic. Sloane, her husband passes away, and Dominic is best friends with the husband. So you get to watch their enemy, and they're enemies. So you get to watch them become their enemy relationship turn to potentially lovers, possibly. So very early onto the story, 120 pages in, so still reading that. The second book that I'm reading is Way of Kings. I have seen this book around. I literally bought the whole series, all 4 paperbacks. The 5th paperback just came out recently. I have not purchased it. I literally have no idea what it's about. It's a Brandon Sanderson book. People hype it up. People talk about it constantly. So I picked it up and I went into it completely blind. I'm still trying to figure out what this whole thing is about. So there's that. And then the third book that I am, and then for The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, I'm listening to it and reading it physically. it's like a very immersive, like I am doing an immersive read of it. So that's how I'm reading that book, reading / listening to that book. And then the last book that I'm currently reading / listening to, but I'm actually just listening to this book, even though I have the physical book of it, is In the Weeds by B.K. Borson. This is following Evelyn and Bennett. Evelyn is a social media like personality, and Bennett is one of the people who works on Love Light Farms. So you're navigating, they had like a pre-relationship, like a one-night stand, like that was 2 days, like it was a 2-night stand, I guess. And then Evelyn comes to Love Light Farm to, because there was a competition at Love Light Farm, like she's hosting a competition and she has to come to Love Light Farm. She sees Bennett, so you're navigating all of that. Very early into that story, so I don't know how they're going to navigate all of it. I do know in Love Light Farm, you kind of see some different things that happen, so I think that is going to show up in this story, but I'm interested to kind of see where there's like them crossover, because I kind of know what already happens with the competition. It's not really a competition, it's a contest. Like it's a competition contest, I guess you could say. I don't know. But I already know what happens with that because I read Love Light Farms, so I'm interested to see what happens from Evelyn's perspective. So there's that. That's everything I'm currently reading. At least that comes to mind. We'll see. I might be forgetting something, but I don't think I'm reading more than 3 books. I hope I'm not reading more than 3 books. I do know there's more Libby Holds that just dropped, but I don't think I'll be picking them up until I finish one of these 3 books. So I am going to get into some reading. So let's do it. All right, y'all. So it is Sunday, and it's time for me to go ahead and wrap up this vlog because it's Sunday, and I would like to get to a point where I'm filming like my vlogs from Monday to Sunday. So one of the things I'm trying to get back on that. I started this vlog on Tuesday, so it's been we missed Monday, but I also did film like the last Monday for the last piece of the last vlog, so we're working through it, y'all. We're trying to get better. We're trying to get on a consistent posting schedules and like consistently filming a week. So yeah, it's something we're working through, y'all. All to say, one of the things I am trying to do at the end of my vlogs is talk about what I am currently reading. This week has, as you kind of saw through the course of this week, this has not been the best reading week for me because I didn't finish anything this week. I thought I was going to finish something, but just the way that this week kind of worked out, I just didn't, which is fine. Like, it's okay. There are some weeks where I'll be able to finish multiple books. There are some weeks like this week where I didn't finish anything. But I think part of it is I'm reading 3 different books that are in 2 are in the same genre. One is in its own genre. It's a fantasy. So let's do a quick little recap of what I'm currently reading, and then we're gonna close this thing out. So first thing, the first book that I am reading, which is the book I'm the furthest in, is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This is book 2 of the Love Light Farm series. This book follows Beckett and Evelyn St. James. And I find this book to be very interesting because Beckett works on like the Christmas tree farm. So he's very like, I mean, a man who works in a Christmas tree farm. Like, he's a farmer. He is very into like the soil and like the rocks and like how the Christmas tree farm, like trees, like horticulture, that kind of concept. And then Evelyn St. James is an influencer, so she's very like going to different places, taking pictures, very like big on being online. So they're very different from each other. So I'm very interested to see like how they come together, and we're kind of starting to see them come together in a way, but very interested to see like the long term of that. So 56% in, I'm enjoying it. I don't think this will be a 5-star. I think this is probably falling for me like a 4-star. And I do find myself trying to like lock in because there's some moment like I can't do like a zone out task. Like like there are some moments where I have to I find myself trying to focus in on it. But there's some moments I'm like zoning out. Like I can't be in my head and listening to this book. Like I have to just be listening to it. So there's that. The second book that I'm reading, which is the second furthest book I'm in, is Restore Me, which is actually the book that I'm currently reading. Like I was last reading, Restore Me by J.Alexis. This book is amazing. This is for sure a 4 or 5-star read for me. I am thoroughly enjoying this book. I'm 202 pages in, and when I tell you this book is complicated, it is complicated. It is very like intricate, complex. This is just like wow, this is amazing. I can't even think of words to explain how I feel about this book. This book follows Sloane and Dominic. I feel like I've talked about this book a lot in this vlog and my last vlog, but I could definitely say this is a very complicated, intricate, complex book. It is very intimate. I don't think this is, it's spice, yes, like on a spice level there is definitely chili peppers, but this is a very intimate spice. Like I feel like I'm literally a fly on the wall in like a very intimate, intricate relationship. That is, I don't know what this relationship is going to end to be, but I'm very, very interested to see how this all pans out. And I'm going to leave it at there before I get into some spoilers because I don't want to spoil it. But I do know that this is going to be a very interesting relationship. So there's that. And then the third book that I'm currently reading, and this book comes with a little bit of an interestingness to it, is Brandon Sanderson's The Way of Kings. It's a thick book. This book is coming in at 1,000 pages. Here's the problem. Because I didn't have a really great reading week this week, and some of last week for this book, I only have about 6 days left on the loan. And there's about 5 to 6 people who are waiting for this book. All I have to say, the likelihoods of me finishing this book before I have to give it back is pretty slim because I'm only 3% into this book. And it's 1,000 pages. So what I foresee me probably doing is releasing it, putting my name back on the list, and hoping when it comes back to my turn that I'm in a better place. So stay tuned for the next vlog to see what I do for that book. The other book that I just got, it came in today actually, is Shield of Sparrow by Devony Perry. I have 14 days on that. It's a 20-hour book, and I do have the physical book. So I foresee me probably releasing Way of Kings and then picking up that. Well, I've already picked it up. I already have the loan for it, but releasing Way of Kings and putting my name back on the list, hoping that when it's my time around the next time, I'm in a better place, and then listening to Shield of Sparrows, because I have been on that list for probably about 20 weeks, I think, maybe less. At least for sure 15 weeks. Like, I've been on that list, like that wait list, for a long time. And that's only 20 hours, and I feel like I can do 20 hours for sure. Whereas 45 hours, for some reason, is just, it's tearing me up. Like, 45 hours is just a lot of hours. Well, it is a lot of hours, like, facts. But 20 hours just seems a lot more manageable than 45 hours, just for me. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because 45 hours is like almost 2 days, whereas 20 hours is just a day. Well, a little under a day, but yeah, 20 hours just feels a lot more reasonable in 2 weeks than 45 hours for some reason. Just me. All I have to say, that's where I'm landing at with my current reads. So thank you for watching. Make sure you turn on your post notification. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, peace.